Welcome back to Favorite Banknotes. Today, we're exploring some of the most fascinating designs from countries beginning with the letter C. From Cambodia to Czechoslovakia, these notes stand out with their artistry, color, and cultural stories. Let's get started. First, we'll take a look at the Cambodian 1000 Riel, issued between 1972 and 1973. This note, predominantly green, instantly catches the eye. On the obverse, towards the top left corner, a swirl of colorful waves gives the design an almost psychedelic effect. Four children are shown, sitting at their desks, learning in a classroom. The reverse features the serene head of Lokvara at Ta Sum Temple. I love the precision of the details, and the school scene feels especially meaningful. Next, let's take a look at not one, but two banknotes issued by China to commemorate the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympic Games. Both banknotes are 20 Yuan. Looking at these notes, the blue coloring almost makes me feel the icy cold chill of the winter air. On the obverse of the first note, we can see a freestyle skier, soaring mid-air, demonstrating the amazing athleticism and the extraordinary skills of the competitors. On the reverse, we can see the National Ski Jumping Center, the venue for the freestyle skiing event. There is also a watermark of Bing Duen Duen, the 2022 Winter Olympic mascot, riding a snowboard with numeral 20. On the obverse of the second note, we can see an elegant pair of ice skaters, possibly ice dancers, gracefully perform their program. I particularly like this note as I was once myself a competitive ice skater a very long time ago. Looking at this image, I can still feel the cold air sweeping across my face as I skated. On the reverse, we can see the ice cube. Previously, this was just known as the cube and was the aquatic center during the Summer Olympic Games of 2008. The cube was transformed into a 4-lane curling rink and became known as the Ice Cube and was the venue for all of the curling events. Next up is a 1989 5 colones from Costa Rica. Costa Rica has some of the most colorful banknotes in the world, and the 5 colones from 1989 is no exception. On the obverse, there is a portrait of former President Rafael Iglesias Castro. To his right, there is an image of an Easter orchid, the national flower of Costa Rica. The reverse showcases a vibrant mural, the allegory of the coffee and bananas, painted in 1897 by Aliado Villa. This note feels alive with color and culture. It's an absolute favorite of mine. I can almost hear the hustle and bustle of this busy scene. The women picking the coffee beans and filling their baskets. They look like they're enjoying being outside in the sunshine. There are also men carrying the heavy bunches of bananas to be loaded on board the ships on the docks. Staying with Costa Rica, the 2019 1000 colones polymer banknote dazzles with its brightness. Costa Rican banknotes are always eye-catching, and this one is a prime example of how color can transform currency into a work of art. On the obverse, there's a portrait of Braulio Evaristo Carrillo Colina, head of state from 1835 to 1837 and then again from 1838 to 1842. Two of the security features visible on this banknote are the transparent window and the eye-catching rolling color effect using optical variable ink. This feature is now commonly being used on banknotes of many countries from around the world. On the reverse, there's an image of a dry forest in the background, with a guanacaste tree, a white-tailed deer, and Costa Rican pitahaya cactus flowers. There's also an example of a leaf with a rolling color effect using variable optical ink, enhancing the security of this note. And finally, the 1988 20 Korun from the former Czechoslovakia. On the obverse, Jan Amos Kamensky, also known as Comenius, is portrayed with remarkable sensitivity. Often called the teacher of nations, he was a 17th century philosopher and education reformer who believed learning should be accessible to all. Beside his portrait is an open book, symbolizing his lifelong commitment to knowledge and literacy. The background carries fine engraved detail, including ornamental circular patterns, which frame the design with a sense of scholarly dignity. Together, these elements highlight Comenius not only as a national figure, but also as a universal symbol of education and human progress. The reverse is striking, with a tree of life bearing different citrus fruits, accompanied by characters of the Glagolitic alphabet and an excerpt of text. This note combines history, symbolism, and beauty in one incredible design. These banknotes from Cambodia, China, Costa Rica, and Czechoslovakia each tell their own story through vivid design and cultural richness. Which one was your favorite? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more journeys into the world of banknotes. Until next time, happy collecting.